Hello, I'm Gene Schmidt, the Superintendent of Farmington Municipal Schools. Welcome to FMS Rising. Today we have with us Ted Lasiewicz and Billy Huish, who will introduce themselves in a few minutes, but we're here to talk about issues and topics of interest to our community. Today it's all about bus safety as kids come back on October 13th as part of our Return to Learn. So Mr. Lasiewicz, if you can introduce yourself very quickly.
Hi, I'm Ted Lasiewicz. I'm the Chief of Operations, and Operations has many components. Probably one of the key components is transportation, and that's overseen by Billy Huish, and he will speak to us about a lot of the things related to what we've done to ensure student safety through this COVID crisis.
Mr. Huish.
Hi, I'm Billy Huish. I'm the Transportation Supervisor for Farmington Schools, and just here today to chat with you guys and tell you how excited we are to have kids back on our buses.
So let's just jump right into the conversation. A number of things to talk about today. So Billy, first talk to me about how many buses actually go out on routes, and then talk to me about, as we begin to pick up kids next week, what are the rules that kids should be conscious about on that first week of school?
Sure. We run daily, we run 68 buses to and from school. And out of our entire fleet, we have 89 buses. We've got our 90th that'll be in a couple of weeks. One of the things, that we really want to emphasize to the kids is, we need to practice social distancing at our bus stops. And, when you get on the bus, we expect a mask. If you don't have a mask, we will provide a temporary mask, to get you to school until, a better one can be issued to them. We do have disposables ready for the kids. So
talk to me for a moment about no child will be left behind. Every kid gets on a bus.
That is correct.
Even if they may be exhibiting signs or symptoms that would cause us, sniffling, coughing, wheezing.
Yes, that is correct. We will get them on the bus. We're going to get them to school and allow the school nurses and medical staff there at the schools to, do their job and, further, examining the student to see if they do need to be isolated or what they need.
So Mr. Lasiewicz, take a moment and talk about how you're coordinating safety, cleanliness of buses, sanitizing, how you're coordinating that with the transportation department.
So probably the first thing that we did was work with transportation. We secured numerous hand sanitizing stations that Billy, Mr. Huish, and his staff installed in all the buses. They will be filled daily, and as part of the process of ensuring student safety, we're going to have the buses totally cleaned after every run. They're going to be sanitized. We have a fogging system. And Billy can probably go into the details about that, but that will ensure that the bus itself is clean.
So how do parents find out what bus or bus route they're on?
So on the district website, and either under departments, under the transportation department, or you can actually go to each individual school, and you'll find all of our bus stops listed there. And you just click on the school that you're interested in, and you're going to find our morning and afternoon times, right there at your fingertips. Times, give us a little bit, the first day or so, we're going to be, within 1 or 2 minutes of the morning pickup time. Probably the afternoon, I would expect us to be a little earlier because, the lesser amount of students riding our buses right now, or on the 50-50, until we see, what kids are riding on what day, it's going to take us a while to get our schedules adjusted.
So take me back a moment ago, you talked about social distance getting on and off the bus. Mm-hmm. What does social distance look like on the bus?
Social distancing on the bus, we're allowed 2 kids per seat, of course, unless they're siblings, and then siblings can set, 3 to a seat. Right now, our largest load, our buses could hold 48 kids. Our largest load right now is going to be about 31 on a bus. So it's going to enable us, to pretty much stay to a 1-2 per seat.
So I want to share with our listening audience that Billy is nationally recognized for his leadership in new ideas for buses, and we've always appreciated that. So it brings me to the conversation, we must have some new buses coming in.
Well, we don't yet. We're waiting for, the announcement from PED to purchase new buses. We should get 8 to 10 more this year. We do have a brand new activity bus on the way, which should be here in a couple of weeks. But it's one where we can accommodate our special needs kids and a class. So it's a full-size bus. It'll look like our activity buses, but it'll hold 44 kids and 2 wheelchairs.
So some of our community who are not involved in athletics or activities may not recognize a Farmington bus that's out on a route for the purpose of day trips to events. So describe these buses, and it seemed like the new one coming in has something special to it.
It does. It'll have, our seats are going to be kind of unique. They're going to alternate. Every other seat's going to be blue-green to match our blue-green stripes on the outside of the bus. So it's just one of those funny conversations you have with the bus dealer, and they kind of shake their head and they go, "Where do you come up with these ideas?" And I said, we got to be fair.
But why do I seem like I remember that somewhere in the design and the paint scheme, we're going to see the flag.
We have the U.S. and the New Mexico state flag on every bus. We will incorporate it on this bus. The other ones are all flat nose. This bus will actually have a hood, so it's going to be a challenge, but we will have the flags on the front of this bus also.
So Mr. Lasiewicz, there's another aspect about the buses as we begin to wrap this up that I think is exciting. It seemed like you and Billy were working to get Wi-Fi's on our buses.
Yes, I think at this point we have 28 buses
29.
with Wi-Fi. Mm-hmm. And it works great because we can have up to 100 devices operating off of the Wi-Fi in each bus. And as a matter of fact, it also helps the community, not just in our district, but recently the hospital, they had a Wi-Fi problem, so Billy took two of our buses over there so that they could actually jump off of our Wi-Fi, and continue operating.
So as we bring today's FMS Rising to a close, I want to thank Ted Lasiewicz and Billy Huish for joining us. And I want to thank you for the foresight to put Wi-Fi's on buses, because some of our remote kids can wrap up their homework or get their homework going as they go to and from. Do know that social distancing is expected. Wear your masks. Let's get your hands sanitized and washed. We'll get you to school on October 13th. Can't wait. This is FMS Rising.